Hey Monsties! According to Billboard France, Babymonster is officially among the top 10 most streamed K-pop groups in the country, landing at the number 10 spot. This news has sent shockwaves through the global music community because we're talking about a group that is still in its rookie phase, taking down heavyweights in one of the most sophisticated music markets in the world. Have you ever felt that specific rush of adrenaline when your favorite underdog finally proves everyone wrong? That is exactly what is happening right now in the heart of Europe. While the rest of the world was busy debating their musical direction, the French public was quietly pressing play on their tracks millions of times. Billboard France recently released its comprehensive data for 2025, and the results are nothing short of a revolution. Babymonster did not just enter the conversation, they kicked the door down. For years, the French K-pop scene was dominated by a very specific circle of legendary names. We're used to seeing the likes of BTS and Blackpink holding the fort, but the landscape is shifting. To be ranked as the 10th most streamed K-pop group in a country like France is a massive achievement that many people are overlooking. France is known for having very particular tastes. They value artistic identity, vocal prowess, and a certain level of performance theatricality. For Babymonster to resonate so deeply with this audience tells us that their appeal is not just a trend, it's a cultural connection. The data provided by Luminate and published by Billboard France shows that while groups like Stray Kids and Les Seraphim are maintaining high positions, Babymonster is the youngest group on that list in terms of active career span. This is the definition of a power move. When they first debuted, the internet was flooded with opinions. Some said their sound was too nostalgic for the older YG era, while others claimed they needed more time to find their footing. This ranking is the ultimate clapback to those narratives. It turns out that the signature YG hip-hop energy combined with the girls' incredible vocal range is exactly what European listeners were craving. Think about the impact of members like Ahyeon, whose return to the group was one of the most emotional moments in recent K-pop history, or Chiquita, who has become a global favorite for her undeniable stage presence. Every member brings something unique that fits the Parisian aesthetic. They have that effortless cool, that high fashion aura, and most importantly, the raw talent to back it up. In France, listeners often prioritize live vocal ability, and since Babymonster has been consistently praised for their stable live singing, it is no wonder they're climbing the charts. But let us look at the bigger picture. Being number 10 is just the beginning. The groups ahead of them have had years of touring, multiple album cycles, and established fan bases in Europe. Babymonster achieved this without a major headlining tour in the region yet. This organic growth is driven by the music itself. Songs like Sheesh and Drip have become staples in dance studios and viral playlists across France. If you walk through the streets of Paris or Lyon, the influence of the Gen 5 movement is becoming impossible to ignore, and Babymonster is leading that charge. Critics might say that number 10 is a low spot, but in a market as competitive as the French music industry, it's a gold medal for a rookie group. It places them above dozens of other high-profile groups who have been trying to break into the European market for years. This ranking confirms that their global strategy is working. They're not just popular in Asia, they're becoming a worldwide phenomenon. The sheer volume of streams required to hit the top 10 in a major Billboard territory is staggering, and it reflects a very loyal and active fandom known as Monsties. The reactions from the K-pop community have been a mix of celebration and shock. Over on social media platforms and fan forums, the discussion is heating up. Supporters are pointing out that this is proof of the group's longevity and potential. They're being hailed as the successors to the global girl group throne. Meanwhile, neutral observers are starting to take notice of the group's consistency. It's becoming harder to deny their talent when the numbers are speaking this loudly. Looking ahead, this Billboard France ranking is going to be a massive catalyst for their upcoming activities. It practically guarantees that France will be a high priority stop for their upcoming world tour. The demand is clearly there. The streaming numbers show that there is a massive audience waiting to see them perform live. Imagine the energy of a sold-out arena in Paris screaming their lyrics. That's the trajectory they're on right now. The group's success also highlights a broader trend in the industry. The gap between debut and global stardom is shrinking, but only for those who have the talent to sustain the hype. Babymonster has proven they're not just a product of a big agency, but a group of highly skilled individuals who can command attention on their own merits. From Pharita's elegant vocals to Ruka's sharp rap flow, the group is a balanced powerhouse. So what's the next step for our monster rookies? If they can maintain this momentum, we could see them breaking into the top 5 by next year. They're already outperforming expectations and setting new standards for what a debut year should look like. This is a wake-up call for everyone who underestimated them. The monsters are no longer just coming, they have arrived and claimed their spot on the global stage. What do you think about this major milestone? Does their ranking in France surprise you, or did you always know they'd be huge in Europe? It feels like we're witnessing the start of a legendary run. The conversation is only going to get louder from here. Make sure to share your thoughts and keep supporting the girls as they continue to dominate the charts. Stay tuned for more updates on their journey to the top, because if this Billboard report is any indication, the world belongs to Babymonster. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a beat of this incredible story. We'll see you in the next one as we continue to track the rise of the next K-pop icons. Building on this monumental success in the French market, we have to look deeper into the specific cultural impact Babymonster is making across the European continent. It is not just about the numbers on a chart, it is about the changing of the guard in the global music industry. For a long time, the European market was considered a tough nut to crack for K-pop girl groups, with only a select few reaching mainstream recognition. However, the rise of Babymonster signals a shift in what European listeners are looking for. They are gravitating toward the raw, unpolished power and the vocal-centric performances that have become the group's trademark. When we analyze the streaming patterns in France, we see a fascinating trend. The French audience has always had a deep appreciation for artists who possess a strong sense of individuality and stage presence. This is why the members of Babymonster are resonating so well. Each member, from Rami's soulful and deep vocal colors to Asa's lightning-fast and rhythmic rap verses, offers a distinct flavor that appeals to a wide demographic. This diversity within the group prevents their discography from feeling repetitive, which is a common pitfall for many rookie acts. Instead, every new release feels like a new chapter in a much larger story, keeping the French monstiers engaged and constantly streaming. Furthermore, we cannot ignore the fashion and lifestyle connection. Paris is the fashion capital of the world, and the aesthetic of Babymonster aligns perfectly with the high fashion world. Their music videos and public appearances often feature a blend of streetwear and luxury brands that capture the attention of style influencers in France. This visual synergy creates a double impact. People aren't just listening to their music, they are following their lifestyle. This multi-dimensional appeal is exactly what helped their senior label mates reach legendary status, and seeing Babymonster replicate this pattern so early in their career is a massive indicator of their future longevity. The competition in the top 10 list is fierce, and the fact that Babymonster is holding their own against established groups shows that the G-DNA is still a powerful currency in the West. While some critics argued that the K-pop industry was moving toward a softer sound, the success of aggressive and high-energy tracks like Batter Up in the French market proves that there is still a massive hunger for powerful hip-hop-influenced pop. This ranking serves as a validation of YG Entertainment's creative vision. They didn't try to blend in with current trends, they stayed true to their roots, and the French audience rewarded that authenticity. Another factor contributing to this surge is the group's digital savvy. Babymonster has been incredibly active on platforms like TikTok and Instagram, where French youth spend a significant amount of their time. By creating challenges and sharing behind-the-scenes content that feels personal and unscripted, they have bridged a distance across the geographical distance. This sense of intimacy makes fans feel like they are growing alongside the members. When you feel a personal connection to an artist, you don't just listen to their music once, you put it on repeat. You add it to your workout playlists, your study sessions, and your commute. This high-frequency listening is exactly what pushed them into the Billboard France Top 10. As we look toward the second half of 2025 and into 2026, the industry is watching closely to see how this momentum will translate into physical sales and tour revenue. If the streaming numbers are this high, the demand for a physical presence in France is likely at an all-time high. Industry insiders are already speculating that Babymonster could become the fastest Gen 5 group to sell out a major venue in Paris. The buzz is undeniable. Every time a new teaser is dropped or a new performance video is uploaded, the K-pop French community erupts in excitement. This achievement also places a spotlight on the group's training system. The world saw their journey through their survival show, and the French audience in particular seems to respect the grind and the sheer talent required to debut under such a prestigious label. They see the hard work behind the polished performances, and that creates a level of respect that goes beyond typical idol fan dynamics. It is a respect for artistry and dedication. In conclusion, seeing Babymonster at number 10 on Billboard France is not just a win for the group, but a win for the new generation of K-pop. It proves that there is no ceiling for what these young women can achieve. They have the talent, the backing, and most importantly, the global support to become one of the biggest acts in the world. The journey from here only gets more exciting. Will they climb to number 1? Only time will tell, but if their current trajectory is any indication, we are all living in the Babymonster era now. Keep your eyes on the charts and your ears to the ground, because this is history in the making. What a time to be a K-pop fan! Be sure to stay tuned as we continue to follow every record-breaking move they make. The world is watching and the monsters are ready to roar louder than ever before.